Alright, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another video. Today we're going to be going over the good and the bad of day 2 of the NFL 2023 draft. We had a lot of great stuff that happened. A lot of trades, like I said. Last video, a lot of trades happened. And a lot of question marks happened as well. These were my favorite picks of the evening. Joey Porter Jr. was the first one selected in the second round to the Steelers. And it was great. He's going back to Pittsburgh, where he grew up. Was his father, was the whole literally Steelers staff. And Derek Hall to Seattle. I feel like that's a phenomenal culture spot for Derek Hall. Guy's a fighter, and I think it'd be Pete Carroll's guy. This is a true Pete Carroll guy right there, Derek Hall. And then Keion White to the Patriots. It's an absolute steal for the Patriots. They showed a picture of, not a picture, they showed the live feed of Keion White, man. He was super pissed that he fell that far. And this is like a mid-second round pick by the Patriots. So, yeah, Keion should not have fallen that far. He was actually there at Kansas City, but did not get picked in the first round. Went back home with his family. And you see the frustration in Keion's face. He's definitely going to be a monster for the Patriots. And then Rashee Rice to the Chiefs. Love it. Rashee Rice is one of my guys. Guys got to fill in that Juju role. The Chiefs are... The enemy's not there. So Andy Reid obviously loved that style that he had, that Juju had to that Chiefs offense. They got Rashee Rice, who's a better receiver in my opinion than Juju. So they're going to have a phenomenal weapon right there. And then Sidney Brown to the Eagles was an absolute steal. Very surprised he fell all the way to the third round. Should not have happened, but it did. Fell right into the laps of the Eagles. Actually, I think they traded up for that pick. But it's a great trade up for them if they did. Sidney Brown, absolute stud. And a steal for the Eagles. This is the second list of guys that I got that I love that picks from the teams. And love the fit, for the teams that selected them. So here we go with John Michael Schmitz to the Giants. I had him going to the Giants in the first round, and the Giants ended up getting him in the second round. Love it. Great center, and he can play guard. So phenomenal pick by the Giants right there. And I got Torrance going to the Bills, getting Josh Allen some protection and helping that run game, dude. Big time pick. He was ranked number 1 as guards. And he was, I think, the last guard, or nearly the top out of the top 5. I think he was the last guard to be selected. He was a late second round pick. So absolute steal right there from the Bills. And then Simpson from the Ravens, or got selected by the Ravens. I had him going in the first round. I knew it was no, I didn't. Well, my previous mocks, I had him going in the first round. And then when it came down to it, I didn't have him going in the first round. He ended up going in the third round, mid-third rounds. Or was it late? I think it was late. Late third round pick by the Ravens to get Simpson. Patrick Queen has requested a trade. They got his replacement in Simpson. Guy's a huge guy. And he could, move around that field. Sideline linebacker right there. And Hendon Hooker to the Lions. I had the Lions selecting him in the first round in some of my mocks. And they ended up getting him in the second round, like mid-second. And I think it's a perfect fit for Hooker. He's going to sit behind Jared Goff for 1 year, and then hopefully he'll take over that team and become their franchise quarterback. And then Washington. This one's probably my favorite off the list because it really shows you what the Steelers want to do, and that's to run the football. Run the football right down the field. And Washington's a phenomenal blocker. He demolishes people when it comes to run blocking. And these are my worst picks of the evening. Strange to the Jaguars. He was a second round pick. In my opinion, that's too high, especially when the tight end run legit just happened. All the tight ends were all taken off the board. And I think it reached, The Jaguars have a lot of draft capital to trade up for a bunch of stuff, and they chose to sit their spot and they take the tight ends that were left over, and that's strange. And I know Daniel Jeremiah was high on this guy. He's really good at blocking, but like, are you really gonna take a blocking tight end in the second round? I wouldn't personally. And then the second one on this list is Cam Smith. This has nothing to do with his talent, because Cam Smith is pretty good, but he's an outside corner. You have Jalen Ramsey and what's it called, Hayward. And you could say Jalen Ramsey could be moved into the inside, but it's just like I was just hoping to see Jalen Ramsey, play his game, play man to man and eliminate the best player on the other team, man to man press, not man to man 10 yards off. I want to see Jalen Ramsey man to man press. He hasn't done it in a while. And Cam Smith, he's just kind of, just in case one of them get hurt, I guess, huh? And then Isaiah to the Saints. The Saints, I believe, run a 4-3. I don't like Isaiah in a 4-3. I really don't. And even though he played at Notre Dame in a 4-3, I think he will have like more success as a 3-4 edge, because he has the ability. He's athletic enough to drop back in coverage, and he's strong enough to, and he has all the ability. He has the ability to pass rush. So I just would like to see him in a 3-4 scheme instead of a 4-3. So that's really just the negative for that pick. Nothing to do with Isaiah either. It's just I would rather see him in a 3-4. And then Spears to the Titans. I didn't really think about this this pick that much when it happened, but later down, after 4 picks later, Ian Rappaport legitimately said this guy has no ACL. This guy has what's the thing? He had the thing that Jay Ajayi had, and Jay Ajayi, I don't remember if he retired right after he found out he had that in his knee, or if he kept trying to play and it just wasn't working out and he had to retire. So he has a bunch of negatives in his knee, and he's a rookie. So yeah, and he was a second round pick as well, late second round. So yeah, he just has a bunch of knee issues, and that's a big concern, especially if Jay Ajayi had to retire because of that stuff. And then I think Bigsby, I watched this tape last night, man, because I just had to, because I'm a Jags fan. I'm like, okay, we went running back. What's that 3rd round pick? Which is a little high, which makes me kind of mad, because last year they could have picked a running back and Dameon Pierce, but they take Tank Bigsby this year. But he's phenomenal. He has the speed, and he's not afraid of contact. He's a wild runner, and I like his style because he's not going to be on the field all the time, He's not going to be a first down to 3rd down back. He's going to be there when ETN is tired. Get Tank Bigsby out there. Or if you need to gain 5 yards, get Tank Bigsby out there. Because he's going to put in 110% every time he's on that field, Every time he gets the ball, he's going full speed, full throttle, and he wants the contact, And he wants to score a touchdown as well. So it's not a bad pick. It's just, as a Jags fan, I expected more for especially their last pick of the evening. So, and there's plenty of other great people out there. But Tank Bigsby, Michael Bigsby. But, yeah, that's really it. He's a phenomenal talent. It's just he's a running back, and I expected more out of my team, Because last year they could have picked Dameon Pierce. If, quick episode, or a quick, review, good and bads. Obviously, there's plenty of other goods, but those are my favorite ones. And not that many bads, I'm going to be real. There's really not that many. Those guys that I put on that bad list, I'm kind of nitpicking, I'm kind of being a little girl about it, But, yeah, someone has to lose. There's always winners and losers. And by the end of this draft, we will be able to see who's the winners and losers. And best believe I'm going to be making a winners and losers ranking from the draft. So I hope y'all have a wonderful day. Hope your team's picking who you want to pick, because as you can hear from my voice, I am absolutely, I don't want to say depressed, because depressed is a real thing, but I'm shocked. I'm shocked and I'm sad. A lot of good players on the board, and that second round pick that the Jags had, they passed on them. Same with, it's frustrating. It really is frustrating, but that comes with the game, you know. You gotta believe, hope, and trust the process, and believe in your team. So, hope y'all have a wonderful day. I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace.